it. As we saw that we have some data types in Hive, right? Like you have your int, string. Now the latest version of the Hive is supporting varchar. You have a double. You have a float. You have a big int, right? We have some data types, right? To specify a schema at the time of creating a table. The same way, we have something called complex data types. The complex data types are meant for complex data. What is the complex data? Let's assume that I have a requirement. I have a requirement. I have a requirement where um, let me show you an example. I have an assets. Let's say not only assets. I have some data which needs to be specified in a single array. So how? Let's say let's say a simple example. I'll take employee ID. I have employee ID, employee name, salary, and we have something called assets. What are the assets are assigned to us? What is that? Let's say employee ID is 100 and name is Ravi and salary is something, and assets are like, so they have given me assets, laptop, and and along with the laptop they have given mouse, headset, headset, and they have given me extended monitor, bigger monitor, and they have given me bag. Let's say bag. These are the assets they have given to me. So not only to me, so each employee, these assets will be there. 101, Veera, some something this, some value hash, some value hash, some value hash, and so on. Correct? Now this type of data I want to store in a single column. This type of data I want to store in a single column. You may say that, Ravi, why can't I go and store it as a string with a comma separated? So what you want to store it, you will store such a way that assets column is possible. So we may get this kind of doubt. So I will store here laptop, comma, mouse, something. I'll store it as a string. What is the problem? Why should I go with some complex data type? Tomorrow, while you are querying, you want to get you want to get all second positions, whatever the values are there in second position for each and every employee you want to find out. A set of 2. You want to find a set of 2 for each and every employee. So if it is a string, will it be possible? Do you have any function like to find out this after second comma, is there any value in the one specific column? No. You may say that no, Ravi, I will write like operator. In that I will do some percentage. I will do something. Why to do? Why to waste? Why to do like this? I'll do start with or something I will do. Not required. Hive come up with something called complex data types. The complex data types are like these type of data. You simply specify as array because they're all sequence of same data type. There are sequence of same data type, and these are having a sequence of elements. In this case, what you will do, you simply go ahead and say laptop, specify your asset as array. Your asset as array. While declaring a table, you specify asset. The data type is array of string. You specify like this. Done. So whatever you are writing into a whatever you are putting into this array, this is the first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position. Tomorrow if you want to query what are there in the fourth position, what are there in fifth position, you can easily query by specifying like this. Select star from, select asset of 2 from, select, I want to find the second position, whatever is then second position. I'll write a query such a way that select asset of 2 from employee. So it will list out all the employees who has the second position. If anyone don't have, it will not display anything for them, right? Such kind of data you have, we will go with the such kind of data type is called array data type. There is something called array data type. What is array? Array is a linear list of elements which has the same data type. Which has the same data type. We will we will define like this. Let's see a simple example. Let's see a simple example here. Let's see a simple example. Look at guys here. This is my data. This is my data. Okay. So the data should be available, right? The data should be available. So let's connect to your machine. Oh, it's wrong. This is the one. We will connect to that and let's check what are the services are running. No service. Dash. So by the time it start, let me explain what is this. Okay, so I have a data like this: employee ID, employee name, salary, and assets and city, something like this. So my laptop, mouse, phone, external monitor, like that I have assets. Now those assets I need to keep in a single column. Okay, let's look at guys here. I will write array table underscore array employee ID. It is integer, employee name. So I will deploy. So see here, assets array of string, row formatted, delimiter, terminated by comma, because all the values are terminated by comma here, and your collection items are terminated by dollar. So it's not limited dollar. It can be any other element. It can be any other element, other delimiter, but here my data has a dollar. That's why I'm delimiting by a dollar. Your collection items terminated by, what is the collection item terminated by? This is a collection. Array is a collection. Array is a collection of elements, correct? Array is a collection of elements. So the collection of elements as terminated by whatever the terminator is, then your data. So you may ask, Ravi, if I have comma, what? Your data should not come like that. If your data has a comma is already specifying column as a column delimiter. And how come you can specify as a comma again here? You cannot specify. That is the problem with the data. That's the problem with the data, right? So that's why, so we will clearly specify that a different delimiter in a collections. right? So we'll have a second employee, this, and we can load the data as simple as this. I think I have already this data, so I can have let me have a look whether this data is there or not. I need to check whether this data is there or not. If the data is not there, we need to prepare. Okay, I have data like, but here it is a different format. Okay, fine, not a problem. What I will do, cat, I'll say array here, press enter. It means it will be waiting for entering the data. So I'll be entering this data. Control D. If you press Control D, if you go ahead and do now cat, you have a ABC, you have a employee as ABC, and you have a laptop, mouse, and all. We have a data, right? So now start Hive. So here I will be loading complex data underscore array because I have loaded for array, right? That's the reason. Okay. First, everyone understand what is the collection terminated by? Do you guys understand collection terminated by? Create table name, your delimiter. That's as similar as your normal creating a table, and collection items terminated by is the specific delimiter for your collection items. Like you can have your array, you can have something other two. There are two more complex data types like your map and like your struct. We are going to see in the further classes. I mean in the next example, but now look at it. Let's check whether Hive is up or not. It's Hive is up. You may surprising how come Ravi by default you are getting a data type name, database name here. So yesterday we have seen something called Hive RC file. Have you seen a Hive RC file yesterday? Yes. So that Hive RC file I have created in configuration files, then I have set it there, right? Because of that, while your Hive is loading, it will be referring that file and it will be loading it. That's the reason by default I'm getting this database name. Now use test 530. This is our database name, if you guys remember, right? So now I'm going to create, which is the table is array table underscore array. Press enter. Table is created. Now I need to load the data. No, I need to load the data, which is where my data is there in my local path. In my local path. So I'm loading with the local path. I'm loading with the local path. Loading data into the table. Data is loaded. So if the data is loaded, how can you check? You can go ahead and check in your browser. Go to browser. Type localhost 50070. I like to go to legacy UI. Go to legacy UI. File browse. Go to USR local. Sorry, USR Hive. User Hive. Warehouse. In this warehouse, what we have created? What is the table we have created? Table underscore array. Where is the table underscore array? No, our database name. We have to go to database name. Testify that TDB. In that we have created table underscore array. Go inside. Your complex dot underscore data has been loaded the data. view the data which is there in this. This is my data. Now I'm going to query select emp underscore id comma asset of, I want to find asset of second element from table array underscore array table. What is our assets. You can give a schema name also. Anyway, here it is there. Where is this? Assets. It's array only. We have given assets. Okay. See here. For employee 1, second column is phone number. For employee 2, this. For employee 3, this. For employee 4, this. Employee 4 null. The values are not there. The values are not there. You can look at here. For employee 2, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 2 second position is this. There is no value. There is no value. There is no value. So third element has the C. That's why. Is everyone is clear about asset? Everyone is clear?
Yes, yes, maybe. Array is fine.
Yeah. So when you say select star from, when you want to find a select star from this table, it will display like this. It will display like this. It will display like array. You can choose which position you want to choose. You can choose which position you want to choose. You can choose that. Okay. So you can also describe. It will clearly shows that what is our data type of the assets. Okay. That is about array. That is about array. There is something called map. Go a little down. Map. This map is, there is something like where I have, so for each employee they will be having a deductions. Each employee he will be having a deductions, right? The deductions are PF, EPF, PPF, right? So I want to find out each ev- every employee what is the PF, every employee what is the EPF, for every employee what is the PPF, right? It means the PF is associated with a specific value. EPF is specific with specific value. What does it mean? It looks like a key value pairs. It look like a key value pairs. So when you have a key value pair type of data in your data raw data, so when you want to create, you have to create when you want to fetch by passing the key, you need to use map. You need to use map. So let me type something laptop. See, ABC is really, you know, mouse. You can say bag. I can say extended monitor. You can say here. Let me copy the same extended and dollar phone. So he may not have the external monitor. It's possible, right? The external monitor will not give to everyone. Okay. He may not have a laptop. He may have a desktop. He may have a desktop. Bag is not required. Instead of bag, let's assume that what else they can give. They have provided car. Let's assume that. Okay. So let me keep this into data set. We need to create a data set. That's the problem is, okay, map data is already there, but that may be some different kind of data. So let me create data. So it's always good to have a proper data to show the example. So that's why let me get the path. Then Hadoop. So here also the same Hadoop on Hive input only. So we'll keep everything in one place. Hive input. Complex underscore my Hive. So I'm going to create this. I'm going to create this. Very simple, guys. Your cat command is for view the content. If you use the greater than symbol, it will see cat before after cat nothing is there. It means that whatever it is going to type here, it's going to view here. It will be moving to here. So it is waiting to enter the data. You can say here Ravi Veera Kumar. So Control D. To come out from here, you have to press Control D. Control D. Now same here also same. The table is row formatted, delimited, everything is same. You need to specify array like this and directions. I have something called directions here. That is a map type, and map has a key and value. So you need to specify what is your key type, what is your no, value type, and what is your if you have any other column city and all those things. Row formatted, delimited, terminated by comma, and the collection items are terminated by dollar. What is the collection items here? If you look at guys here, if you look at here, your laptop, your laptop, your mouse, bag, these are all collection items, and also your PF 500, this is one collection, and this is one collection. Your key value pair, whatever you're talking about, this is one collection, and this is another collection. This is one element, I can say is one key value pair, and this is another key value pair, and this is another key value pair. So multiple key value pairs are there. How can I differentiate between one key value pair and another key value pair? Again, I need to use the same collection delimiter, but my key value pair, I can specify what is the delimiter for the key delimiter value. That can be done, but when I'm delimiting the two different key value pairs, I have to specify the same collection delimiter what I have used for this. The same key value pair I have to specify for what I have specified for the previous collection items. So it doesn't mean that to execute a map, do you have array in this? No. So in this example, we are showing both. You can write a both. You can have a map and you can have an array. You can have a struct also in the single data. You can have all. So I'm using vi because I want to append some value here. Okay, now create a table. Create a table. Same, create table, table name, and your data types, and your collection item terminated by row format. All are same, nothing changes, guys. The only change is you need to specify your map key is terminated by. So what your map keys are terminating by, whatever the value you are using, you have to use that. Table is created and load the data. Just now I modified the data. You can load the data using load command into in the table underscore map is our table name, and my table name is table underscore map. Data is loaded. If you want to check, you can go ahead and check it here as similar as before. Go to here. So you will be having something called table underscore map. The table underscore map, you can see the data, and this is the data. This is the data. Okay, I have loaded the data in this because I don't have any. So Hive does not have any primary keys, nothing, right? So no need to worry about those things. It will load, right? Go back here. You can query first select star. You can see that these are your arrays, and these are your map. See, if you see arrays are square brackets. If you see your maps are curly braces, and you want to select something like select employee ID. It just ID here, comma, just name here, comma, sets of, I want to find the 0th position for everyone, comma, and I want to find what is the PF of specific person. So you want to get the PF of every employee. Look at, guys, here the data. So you have a PF here. Everyone has a PF. Each employee has a PF, right? So each employee has a PF, and you need to fetch the PF of each employee, or EPF. EPF you want to find. Let's take a PF. PF has all the rows. So let's take all the rows. Array and your deductions. Deductions. Let me copy this. Deduction of what is your key? Because key is a string type here. We need to pass as a string. PF from table underscore map. Which table I need to send? From the map table. Press enter. Some assets. Every time I'm doing the same mistake. Look at, guys, here. ID came, name came, and it was column 2, column 3. Why this column 2, column 3? Because if we have a complete column as a deductions, it will be having you are specific position. No, it cannot get the column name for it. Look at here. What happened? These guys does not. Okay, case sensitive. Here I passed as a PF, right? Here you have a capital PF. These guys have a capital letter. Look at, guys, here small letters, and here it has a capital letters. Okay, that's why it is showing null, nothing else. Okay, so everyone got that. Here PF got deductions. So there is another data type called struct. So struct data types are, we will specify for the address type of variables. Address type of variables, like I have an address. So address is like, city, house number, pin number. So you can specific type of addresses. So such kind of things, what we will do, we will go with the specific data type. I need yeah, it's okay. Let's say we having two columns, not a problem. I think we already have the same thing, so I can use this. So here you need to you guys, here there is no specific delimiter for your Struct. Why? Can someone tell me the struct? What is a struct before getting into that? What is a struct? We know array and map. Map is a collection of KVL pairs. Array is a collection of same element. Then what is a struct? What is a struct?
It's a collection of elements which is different data type.
Very good. So struct is a collection of different elements which has a different data types. Right? In the C we have a struct. Right? The same way here as well. So I want to represent address. I want to represent address. The struct is the best way. Right? Struct is the best way to represent the address. So if you look at here, I'm specifying my address, you directions, map and all the same, and the struct, city, state, pin number. My city is a string, my state is string, my pin number is big int. You can specify like that. You can specify like that. And here there is no specific delimiter for struct. What will be there inside the struct? Again normal collection only, right? Hyderabad dollar, AP dollar, some pin number, Bangalore dollar, Karnataka dollar, some pin number. It means the same delimiter only, no? So we will not be having a specific delimiter for color your struct. So that's the reason we'll not be using any specific delimiter for the struct. You'll not be having anything. So there is no constraint for you have struct should have only this type of no struct means what? Collection of different types. So each type can separate with the same collection, no? Like your array, right? That's why we'll not be having different type for it. So create, let's see an example for it. Create table. Let's go to your terminal. Let's go to terminal and let's load the data which is already there in this. Okay, so loaded the data. So don't think that everything has kept in a single file, and this file I have generated, I created for while explaining other students, so other batch. So while explaining to them I prepared this. So same thing I have shared with you guys, the same document I have shared with you guys in the my git. You can see here in the git, go to git, go to my repositories. In the GitHub, you can go and search for the Veera Ravi. In the Veera Ravi, you can find the Java code or MapReduce code and all. Go to Hive programs. In that, you have a PDF. This PDF has a complete all the commands whatever we have done. So this I have prepared while explaining to someone in the either classroom or in online. Okay, that's the only. So so don't think that I have already predefined prepared the document and I'm going through copy pasting from there. No, to make it our class interactive, I have done that. Nothing else. Instead of wasting time by typing and all. Okay, now it has been done. So our table name is table underscore struct. Select star from table underscore struct. Struct. So now I want to fetch only city. How will I do? I want to fetch only city. Do you guys remember how to fetch the element from the struct? Or do you guys remember how to fetch the element from the class in C? What we used to do in C? We used to write a struct. Let me recollect, guys. It has been quite a long time. In 2000, I think 2001, 2003, I have written structs. After that, this is the first time I'm going to write. So I think that we will start with the struct and we'll give some name. It looks as similar as class only. That's why I'm able to remember. And I have a char array, which is the city. I have again char array, which is state. I have int or double, or I can have a for no, to take some fraction number, or you can take a long. I have a pin number. You can take something else here. like this, and add1 comma add2. We used to specify the address objects here only, right? Suppose I want to get the city, what I would used to do, add1 comma dot, not comma, period operator. We used to call period operator. City add1 comma pin, and you want to fetch the add2 dot pin, like that. We used to use the dot operator. The same thing in your collection as well. Same thing in your collection as well. Okay, so let's look at here. If you guys want to fetch a specific row from the specific thing, it is not there here, so let me write it here. Select uh what is this, id only, no, id comma name comma address. What is we have given, addr dot, I want to fetch only city, or I'll fetch the only pin number, pin, from table underscore struct. Okay, how come this command is missed, I don't know. Okay, let's see, let's copy this. Anyway, first we'll see select star. Yeah, we already did select star, so it is printed like this. Now fetch onto this. See here, customer number, customer name, employee number, employee name, and the pin number. Okay, understand guys? So these are about the collection or complex data types for the collection of elements, for the collection type of elements. So it will really work well with the collection or combination of all three. Okay, you can write with arrays, you can write with map, you can write with your structs. It is really work fine with it, with them, no problem at all. Any doubts about the collection data types? Any doubts about the collection data types? And anyway, partition and all we have done, so no problem. Any doubts?
No, Ravi.
Okay, the next thing is we need to discuss something called SerDe. SerDe. So this is a little important one we need to understand the SerDe. What is a SerDe? What is a SerDe? SerDe is, you will be keep hearing that. Okay, so we'll be keep hearing this type of things. SerDe, or some people say Ser and capital D. Ser means serialization. D means deserialization. Let's say you have a different type of data which is not comma separated or which is not something separated. If it is a very straight structured data, you can go structure type data, you can directly go and load, and by specifying your comma delimiter, whatever it is. There is some special kind of data which requires special intention while reading the data. So what we will do, if the default delimiter, the default input formats are not exist. Do you guys remember in MapReduce we have discussed about the input formats? The same way here as well. So when you are getting a different type of data, when you want to read the data or when you want to load the data into Hive table, what you need to do? You have to write your own SerDe. You have to write your own SerDe class by extending SerDe. In that class, what you need to do? I think it's a SerDe's. I think it is interface. I think it's the interface. I'll check it. I'll check it. In this you have initialize method, where you have a serialize method, where you have a deserialize method, So it means you have to specify each and everything. You have to specify each and everything, how to serialize and how to deserialize. And deserialization represents that how each row, is reading from the data. So if it's a comma separated, you are clearly telling that okay, you read from the comma separated. You already specified that, right? In the rows formatted, when row formatted, fields terminated by, you already specified that, right? So if you want to use a special kind and you want to tell specifically to your table what needs to be read, what needs to be read from the each row, how it has to be read. In our map read what we used to write, we used to write our own record reader. Yes or no? The same way here is, we will write our own, we will write our own SerDe, which is how to serialize, how to deserialize. We will be writing that. We will be writing that. So that is a SerDe. So as soon as every initialize method, what it will do, you will create a object inspector. There is something called object inspector. That object inspector represent the each row. How you have a record reader object. The same way here also we have something called, object inspector. So let me show you here. Okay, I need to start the Eclipse. I think it's SerDe is an interface. Yes, SerDe is an interface. You need to implement, you need to provide the body for initialize method, and you need to provide a body for uh, body for this serialize method, deserialize method, and if you have any your custom methods, we have to do that. So in that class, you can take any data type. Okay, you can write any type in your SerDe class. You can write anything. And you can specify clearly how your record reader you written in the map reduce. In the same way, you can specify how your object inspector, here we'll call as object inspector, how your object inspector has to be prepared, what is a column delimiter, and how it has to be serialized and how it has to be deserialized. All the information we will be specifying in it. Or else you can do one thing. So if you don't have this, what you can do, go to SerDe source code. You can look at Hive SerDe source code, and the API itself will give the source code of this. Yeah, grep code also will give you. If you go to Hive is Apache, is from Apache, right? You can look at here, Java SerDe. Go back to and see the SerDe 2. Yeah, there are different kind of SerDes. Auro SerDe, binary sortable, your lazy SerDe, lazy binary, different kind of SerDes, or thrift SerDe. I will tell you that what is the SerDes in detail. Okay, let's see here. Your object inspector, I was talking about this object inspector. The object inspector is nothing but the inspector how to read a specific record. How to read a specific record. You have a list, a lazy list object inspector. You have a map inspector, right? You have, see here, list object. You can write your own object inspector. How to write your, how we have written our own record reader the same way. These are the source code of the our SerDes. Set. No, let me show you JSON SerDe. I think here something is some JSON SerDe is there. Just JSON SerDe. Serialize. can see here. Your SerDe class has, yeah, these are the method. Initialize method. Yeah, this is what I want to show. And this is very high level. This is very each and every class it is showing here as an API. But here, look at guys here. You have something called initialize method. You have something called serialize method. You have a deserialize method. Get object inspector. A deserialize method, right? Get object inspector. Get SerDe stats. Get SerDe statistics, right? So these are the methods you need to override when you are writing your own SerDe. Okay, when you're writing your own SerDe. So there are some default SerDes available in a Hive by default. So how to see that? You can go here, describe formatted table underscore struct. Describe formatted. What happened? Table not found. What is our table name? Table underscore struct str. R is missing. Look at guys here. What is your SerDe? What is your SerDe? Right? What is your SerDe guys? There are some SerDes will be available along with your Hive. Those are like no lazy simple SerDe, your lazy binary SerDe, binary sortable SerDe, and so on. I think uh, you no need to write any SerDe. Most of the formats of data there are already libraries are available. For Auro table, you have Auro SerDe. For your CSV file, suppose you want to load a CSV file into your Hive table. So you have a high CSV SerDe. So let me show you. I have written already for some program for the CSV file, and let me show you that. So Parquet for Parquet format of the table, you have some Parquet file of Parquet type of SerDe. Let me show you some. Let's go. I'll show you that. So you have your own SerDe for. Oh yeah, I think it is there in the blog. Yeah, I have explained to someone here. It is there. You can say format. Yep, here. S- See guys here, stored as Avro. I'm storing file as Avro here. So while creating an external table, if you guys see here, and let me show you that file formats, right? What type of SerDe we'll be using here? Hmm. Row format, SerDe, row format as SerDe, Avro SerDe, and stored as input format. I'm specifying for this. On output format I'm specifying this, and location from where the data has to be external table. No, I'm specifying the path location, right? So this is how the SerDes will be declared. Auro SerDe, you can have a Parquet, you can have a CSV file SerDe. You know, what are the file for what are the type of SerDes you want to use, you can use like a thrift surveys as I shown in the source code. You know, if you want to use a HBase, you can use a HBase SerDes, right? Those are like your custom data types. Those are like a custom loaders for your Hive, right? Those are about the custom SerDes, right? Understand, Anila, Srini, Sunil, right? So we'll be writing a
Yes.
class with our own class, and we will be, after writing it, you will have to create a jar, export the jar, and add the jar how you did yesterday the same way. Then you will make use of your own custom SerDe in our class like this. So in this class, we already specified what is my row format, delimited, and all those things. You can easily use the SerDe. Yeah. So that's it, guys. That's it about the Hive. So we have successfully completed Hive. And what we will be doing, we will be discussing tomorrow and after tomorrow. We will be discussing about a scoop. Okay. If it we are not able to complete tomorrow and after tomorrow, we will be discussing on Saturday as well. From Monday onwards, we'll be seeing a new topic. Okay,
Okay,
and
Ravi.